At the Emirates Stadium yesterday, Arsenal.
Wow.
Calm down.
Wow.
Calm down. I've not said you should talk yet. I've not said you should talk yet. Give me the floor. Let me say what I want to say. At the Emirates Stadium yesterday, Arsenal were beaten by Manchester United.
No, not beaten. They were back.
If I may add, as promised, promise made, promise kept, promise delivered. Manchester United fans said they would, and indeed, they did. It is impossible. See, humility is very important.
What's humility? Once you are big,
Arsenal fans were talking about defeating 2008 Manchester United. The team that won champion that almost got a treble. And
so
you couldn't even defeat 2025. Struggling Manchester United.
One of the worst sides in United history.
Disaster team according to Amorim.
One of the worst sides in United history. After Emirates.
Okay.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Thank you. Firstly, we started this season together.
First
0-0 points. Secondly, Arsenal spent, I think we spent less than 200 million. Manchester United spent above 200 million.
Now,
so this is football is a game, it's a team sport. Now, which one is so?
Really?
So now,
let's
not forget the fact that we played against a very good team in the middle at San Siro, and we had to travel back, so there was not enough time to prepare for this match. Even though all of those factors was there, Arsenal was still the better team.
That big team that beat the San Siro, they won that.
If the stars were aligned, that game could have been 3-0 because you see all those crappy goals that scored.
All those
what class goals?
So yesterday, Arsenal was still the better team. Check stats, check possession, check it. Arsenal was still the better team. And as a matter of fact, I'm saying this right here, right now, and anybody can comment to tell me I'm wrong. The officiating was also against Arsenal. Calm down. See, all of these are excuses. The match is over, it's over. We are still going to win the league. 4 points. We are still the champion. We are still top of the table in the UEFA and also in the league. But let's analyze this game critically.
Okay.
Maguire was almost like the game yesterday.
That ball was going down.
Where
When you are falling down, what do you put down?
He was one who pushed him.
Hey,
you should put your hand behind your back.
You fall like your hand got
Calm down, let me now tell you something.
You fall like
that ball was a good band. Yes, that ball was a good band.
The question they usually ask is, was his hand
in a natural position?
When you are falling to the ground, you use your hand to break your face.
Now let me tell you another instance of what happened yesterday too. Chelsea's penalty. Do you know what happened to Chelsea's penalty? The guy's hand was also in his natural position. But because that ball was goal bound, it was critical. No, wait. It was critically reviewed because the ball was goal bound. Then after critical review, they concluded that it's a penalty.
Was he falling down?
Calm down.
Was he falling down?
Calm down.
Was he
No, let me ask you why he was in a natural position. According to what they said in the guy was moving, was on motion. You can't be moving like this like a robot. So his body moved first. Then his hand was following. That's when the ball meeting. So that is also a natural position.
I'm not arguing about natural position, but there is a special concession for when the player is not on his balance.
I'm not saying
when
Maguire is
is
not in natural position, but for the fact that the ball was goal bound, it should be critically reviewed. That's number one. Secondly, this Sandro Martinez was meant to be given red card yesterday. Thank you very much. At a point yesterday, he punched Gabriel Jesus on the head. And calm down. In football, calm down. In football law, section 12.3. Really? Disciplinary action, violent conduct. It states that I'm stating in addition. That's like in addition. A player who were not challenging for the ball deliberately strike an opponent or any other person on the head or face with the hand or arm is guilty of a violent conduct. Unless
So you made the world boxing
no, it's not about boxing. You watch the game now. You see the way he punched the Jesus on the head after ball punch on the head. And it wasn't reviewed. So this are my facts and evidence that prove that that game was a biased game. And still, even though they were being biased, they still put on a very good effort to try their best. They were the better team.
That's why the coach had to remove 4 players.
And
4 players.
Calm down, Baba.
Better team. We are 4 players.
Manchester has not even finished on their song. There's no need.
Calm down. Is it your team?
In fact, it should have been just the one song that Manchester United made. 2 songs were first.
Calm down. I'm coming on this another rule. Manchester United second goal was meant to critically review the game because in the build up to that goal there was an angle. In the build up to that goal there was an angle.
They just accept this L.
No, I'm just telling you. See, this is football. This is football. I didn't know they should not bring out the VAR and everything. You know, if it is I am the Drogba, I would have said okay, well, ref can't say everything. But with VAR and everything, they didn't critically review all of this
Why
moment.
did they critically review it? He didn't control the ball. He controlled it.
So his hand wasn't there. Did touch his hand.
His hand behind his back.
His hand was behind his back.
So
he did not. So
he didn't touch the ball at all.
If you are already like this, there is no way they can catch you for handball. Because you are definitely avoiding the ball. So
Arsenal scored last season first leg. I never scored a goal. The ball met him there. And it was
was he trying to hide his hand?
Yes, and it was even pushed. It was even pushed, and it was disallowed. They said it was disallowed because the goal later the ball stopped, and there was a touch, it had contact with the hand. So for particular go to, it should have been all of this one. And even they were critically reviewed. I'm telling you.
You will have beaten my 4-0.
No, man.
Okay.
So there's no point.
Fahad.
Yes.
Can you what do you have to say to this?
Well, I just want to tell you that Emirates is our dance floor.
After 5 matches,
Emirates is our dance floor.
After 5 matches battering, you
Ezeliga danced in Emirates. Manchester danced in Emirates yesterday.
who else danced?
Who else danced in Emirates yesterday?
Who else danced?
So quickly now, but let's seriously now. Let's practically review the game. Where did you go? Yeah, it went from Arsenal. If you are able to make 4 subs after just before 60 minutes,
Okay, I think
something is definitely wrong.
Firstly, this women mistake,
Okay,
which leads to Manchester United first goal.
but that was just an equalizer, nothing spoiler.
No. I think the mistake took him out of the game. After the mistake,
He
he
didn't
wasn't really
recover
involved.
from.
Yes, he wasn't really involved in the game, and you notice. I even started him in the second half, but later on, you notice that even the first 7 to 10 minutes of the second half, Man U were like having, I think 70% of the possession. Arsenal midfield was.
And I think it was
So that was
4 minutes into the second half that Man scored the second.
That was a Man scored that goal. And after that goal, as a coach, what Arteta did was the next thing to do because
4 substitutions.
yes, but
And I personally believe
come.
it was
Let me ask you some question regarding that substitution. Is Mbappe offering anything on the attack for Arsenal?
the Timber
Mbappe.
to do better.
Is Mbappe offering anything better on the attack for Arsenal?
What was it Mbappe that played the cross?
Yeah.
That's not the whole goal.
If you critically watched that game yesterday, at some point, Ahmad wasn't falling back. Ahmad was spinning down Gabriel.
Yeah.
So they were free in Campe. Was has a lot of movement in that game on the attacking side, but because it's a centre back actually, so it's not very good at the attack. He couldn't do much. So that was when Arteta was like, okay, let me switch Timber to the left side. Timber is a very versatile footballer. He can play anywhere on the pitch and switch the game. So he subbed off Mbappe, brought in the right. Odegaard wasn't even in the game at all. So Odegaard was.
I believe that Odegaard would have still been a better option for Arsenal in that game than Easy.
Odegaard played more, I think around 15 minutes and offered nothing. Odegaard.
But it was his shots that led to the own goal.
No, was this the shot of Saka?
Yeah, Saka played it past to him. I didn't play it.
Odegaard wasn't in the game at all. Odegaard wasn't there. Zubimendi after the error couldn't recover. So I think the subs make sense. And as a matter of fact, after the sub, the
Jesus was doing well.
For me.
Yeah, but this was being bullied. Lisandro Martinez was bullying him. My wife was thinking that is small, like it's also very though he's taller than Martinez, but it's small in stature. You can't compare the physical prowess with Gyökeres now. Immediately Gyökeres gave me look at the type of problem Gyökeres was giving Sandro Martinez. That he was, I think he committed 3 or 4 fouls on Gyökeres ago. Let Sandro Martinez.
Oh.
So all the subs.
So those 4 subs were right.
I won't say those 4 subs were right. I mean, for me, that Madueke sub.
No, that was
Yeah. I mean, Madueke sub. If you look at the player, you are bringing a player like Madueke who has not scored for Arsenal in 20 years. I mean, I'll pick a Dogu. I mean, I'll say Dogu as a winger is better than Madueke, honestly.
Confirm.
I mean, for real. I'll say,
see, he's moving out of the question now.
No, see.
Okay.
See,
wait,
he's
talking about the first sub.
No, wait, calm down. I'll buy Dogu for 100 million pounds as a winger than buy Madueke 20 million. I'm serious.
Oh man, congratulations. Congratulations.
But quickly, let's talk about Manchester United. That is Manchester United's midfield trio of Casemiro, Mino, and Fernandes. Are they looking like the best midfield trio in the Premier League right now at this moment?
He's the best in the Premier League.
Right?
They are just beating your Arsenal, so you can't even put your.
Yes.
Wait. And I'm asking this based on the fact that this trio, since they started playing together, I mean, they started playing together for the first time. I think it was against. I think Fletcher first played them together.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they have only played together for like 3 games. But then in the space of 3 games, they've come against Rodri, Foden, Bernardo Silva midfield. They've come against Zubimendi, Rice, Odegaard midfield. And before now, these are 2 midfields that we regarded as the best. The trio, the Manchester City midfield and the Arsenal midfield. So if they have gotten the better of these 2, can we say?
Can't see.
No, one let me answer. One thing is, I want FBI. I want Interpol to look for Amorim wherever he is.
No, they need to hire him just to fire him again.
They should bring him back to Interpol. Give him the contract. Funds going to his head. Let him sign the contract. The United officials will fire him again at that spot, and they should take him to jail.
I feel that Amman needs to be jailed for wasting Kobe for practically half of the season.
I mean,
saying Kobe could not play with
Kobe should be competing with Bruno.
He cannot play alongside Bruno. He offers the same thing with Bruno. Excuse me, you don't even know about
Is this episode about Manchester United? You asked this question, you start of the question already now.
Okay, fine.
Are they the best in the league right now?
This guy is the best midfield trio. And if they are not, who is better?
In last few games that they played.
That's why I said at the moment. Wait, see, that's what I'm saying at the moment. Because you see, these 3 guys have not played together all season.
Yes.
So you cannot judge them from all season.
Yes.
You can only judge them based on the last games that they have played together.
And yes, they are the best.
Bruno,
they are the best trio in the league right now.
And right now,
they are the best.
I think the best 3 trio in the league.
Yes, they are the best.
Okay. Firstly, prior to Amorim's era, they've played together several times. Prior to Amorim's era.
Okay.
Prior to Amorim's era, they played together. Casemiro, Mino, and Bruno.
And they won the FA Cup against Man City.
Okay. And we know what they did. And just because let's assume they only played together.
Ten Hag's what is it called? Ten Hag's system was not like this one.
It was not like system, but at least they played together.
Okay.
That's
what I said right now. I didn't say for it. I said right now.
It's not a question you should ask.
Why?
I remember. At some point,
is this system that made Mino enter the England national team?
At some point in this season, they were comparing Arsenal defense to Chelsea defense during the era of Terry and Carvalho. People with high intellect in life, you can't compare this thing. Arsenal just did it in a matter of how many games, and Arsenal had 8 games without conceding 10.
Terry was celebrating yesterday that The record of 15 goals considered.
So even that it should be bro. No, that one is there. Number one, you can't compare the football of them to football.
But you were comparing this dead Arsenal team to 2018.
So answer the question.
So that's where I'm going. I can list midfield partnerships. Okay, talk about Enzo, Caicedo, and Marquinhos. Talk about City midfield, Arsenal midfield. Talk about.
But we beat City.
Calm down.
We beat City now.
Talk about.
But you have gotten better.
Aston Villa midfield. Pierino.
Tillemans again yesterday.
Tillemans.
They were winless in 2 games.
Onana and this French.
Villa was winless in 2 games.
Morgan Rogers?
No.
Kamara.
Talk about Jolinton.
Newcastle lost yesterday. They lost yesterday.
Those 3 guys didn't play together yesterday.
They potential lost.
Then one of them was not there.
Okay,
so I can list 7 midfield.
But you can't list Arsenal midfield.
Which one is the best?
Currently.
You can't list Arsenal midfield.
Currently. You know now.
The one that was just beaten yesterday.
You can't list Arsenal midfield.
Calm down. It was a propaganda against us now.
How?
It was I just stated 3 good reasons, 3 good moments, and you can't even defend it.
Wait, why can't you defend it? Because you can't defend it. I told you already that Harry Maguire's own, you cannot consider it.
And I told you what happened in Chelsea game. That boy Sam is also a national.
He was not falling. He was not falling.
He was running.
When the player has lost his balance. When the player has lost his balance.
All about the violence conduct.
For example, I think it was 2 seasons ago. There was a time Christian Romero, his arm was like this, and they didn't give that his penalty. Why? Because he was falling.
Yeah.
Even though his hand was high up.
This was also against
Manchester United, they didn't give it because when the player is falling, wherever your hand is considered like that.
But whenever a ball is good back, there has to be critical checking. There was no critical checking.
The rule is the rule.
Yesterday, the Crystal Palace guy also lost. As a matter of fact, even after the ref said the ball, I didn't know it wasn't intentional and that the hand is a natural position. They would have given the guy a card. Because of the position, because the ball was good back.
Yes,
and this one was also good back. About the violent conduct. The violent conduct.
For me, it was not a violent conduct.
It was a punch of the head.
Punching like this. He was just waiting. And then he punches. Wait.
That was in football.
Well, like this.
He had him down and gave him 4.
Yes, no, he had him down. No, left stopper. Yeah. Have 4. The boy I was. Even after the game, Jesus needs to go and meet the ref.
That was carried back
yes,
now.
That was a violent conduct.
But quickly, because of our time. Well, it is, children really came prepared to defend. I wish Arsenal defended this way yesterday. Maybe they would have.
Sorry, people were condemned. It's not our defense was okay yesterday. But let's be honest, if for a very good defense, check the midfield.
I think so. The midfield yesterday was
check the midfield. So check the midfield, and like I just said, even first half on our midfield, we have a shot from the and after that mistake, we made it to the bounce back. And afterwards, I started the substitution, we had only 1 pivots and 2 AMF. We also played like 4-1-4 like Man City at the second half. So our midfield our defense was exposed. Check the 2 other goals. They didn't reach our centre back before they were shooting. They don't shoot before they got
but let's make it clear. Arsenal still the favorite, right?
No, we are still the best.
Yes, okay, for our let's talk about Manchester United. Can they beat on this? I mean, their next game will be Fulham at Old Trafford. We have seen them 2 games in a row now under Carrick. They have gotten the better of teams that attacking. That they will go at you, they will possess more than you. They are going into a game where it's going to be a low block.
No, Fulham is not a low block.
There's
no, at times
they'll mostly play from the back foot. They will not. Fulham will not.
No, they won't attack.
Fulham will not attack Manchester United at Old Trafford.
They may not attack like Arsenal and Man City, but you can't compare Fulham pattern to the likes of
does Carrick still have to prove himself that hey, I'm not just a one formation man. Okay, this has worked against the big boys, against the guys that will come at you. Can he fashion something also that will work, because at the end of the day you play more of the small guys than the big guys. You only play maybe 5-6 games against the big guys, so at the end of the day you get to play the small. Can he fashion a formation against the small guys?
Yeah, definitely. I think this is where the question comes in, that can he actually replicate what they've been doing against the big teams, against Arsenal, against Manchester City? Can they do it against the likes of Fulham, against like the likes of Fulham, likes of Nottingham Forest and other teams? Now, I think this is where his tactical know-how actually comes into play. Is he tactical enough actually to formation? Right now, I think one of the reasons why he didn't use Sesko in the games against City and Arsenal, because he knew Sesko might actually get lead in the game. So he needed players that would actually come in, interchange to play the false nine between Ahmad and Gomez, which actually worked in his favour. So right now, if he wants to play teams like Fulham, I decided, okay, well, know what I'll do? Let me just go with the Sesko as my number 9. So you might want to go with Sesko as my number 9.
And if Dogu is injured, bring Ikwa.
Yeah, maybe I need to bring Ikwa on the left, because Dogu has left wing. Yeah, Dogu scored 2 goals against them, both City and Arsenal. But what else did he have to offer on the wings? And why play for Manchester United and scoring 2 goals? He didn't really offer anything other than those goals. Yeah, you might say, okay, yeah, the goals were enough, but then
and it was different.
And when you look at that table, Manchester United
Top 4
officially is top 4. I mean, you can see it right there. They are top 4. Can Manchester United keep this?
Well, definitely they can. If they keep up what they are doing, they can actually keep it up.
I believe 2 things is involved now. Manchester United have announced themselves to be a team to beat now. So can they keep up to it? You know, so it's either this momentum keeps them going, or at the same time expose them to what they are not prepared for. So one of those 2 things was sure.
Okay, definitely. Well, there you go. Manchester United gets the final bragging rights of the season in the game between Arsenal and Manchester United. They will not meet again this season, next season. So, but for now, Manchester United, 2 games against City and Arsenal, 6 points. About a month ago, Manchester United fans never have imagined that this will happen. So for Manchester United, Manchester United fans, they are living in dreamland right now. Maybe the theatre of dreams is back.